Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, very good. Oh. Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Rita Ambrosia. Shove it in. It's pause for applause. You may recognize me because, yes, I used to work at the Shell station by your house. Not the nice one, the other one. Yeah, that was me. Any crap, I am here tonight to welcome you to the, it's not on the screen anymore, the Stage Community One Awards for Excellence in Compassionate Creativity Awards. Also known as the Stage One Gala. Welcome to the Stage One Gala, everybody. Oh, there's a photographer. Get my good side. That's my good side, just this side, not this side, not this side right here. Get that, get the good leg. Anyways, I'm a member of Quality Scary. Make some noise if you've heard of Quality Scary. Thank you very much. I am the most famous person in Lansing that Quality Scary could afford to come and host tonight. But that's neither here nor there. This is a dawning of a new age of Quality Scary and Lansing, Michigan. Everybody, Lansing, Michigan has seen very many historical events. For instance, 27 years ago when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson threw Steve Austin, aka Stone Cold Steve Austin, off the Shiawassee Bridge. That really happened. That's not just a joke I wrote. That's not just a brilliant joke. That really happened. Let's see, what else? Lansing has been home to many famous, notable people like Gresha Whitmer, who's the other one? Burt Reynolds. And of course, need I say his name? Say it with me. But need I say it? Matthew Lillard. Nobody said it with me. Matthew Lillard, everybody. Matthew Lillard, everybody. He was born here in Lansing, Michigan. He was born in the same hospital where my mom pushed me out. His mom pushed him out. And I think that's an historic event that we should celebrate. Nobody is done. I wasn't expecting the thunderous applause at that point. Nobody has done more for instance, the tech industry. The dot-com boom was directly related to Matthew Lillard's stint in Hackers, aka Hackers, not to be confused with the net. Matthew Lillard is 6'3.5" of pure, unadulterated liquid manhood. And I think it's our responsibility. You're nodding, you agree. You all agree, is that right? This whole table agrees. Pastor Tom, you agree. Matthew Lillard's a beautiful man. Pastor Tom thinks so too. Matthew Lillard's a beautiful crier. I love to watch him cry. His face explodes to a big, red, sweaty blob of spray. Nobody's a better crier. Nobody's a better crier than Matthew Lillard, not even John Cryer. And can you imagine if they got together and told a sad tale? What would that look like? Any crap, Matthew Lillard, I've been standing by his side for 12 years, ever since 1990, when he was the star of Skate TV on Nickelodeon, also known as the Kids Network. I know it was 12 years ago, not a lot of us were watching it, but he co-hosted with a man named Skate Master Tate, who I would call Skate Master Taint, because he tainted the whole show. But that's neither here nor there either. I want to talk about something that we do at Quality Scary, also known as the horror film showing event that we do every month here at Stage One. We start out our show with what we call the Matthew Lillard moment. Can you imagine what that is, everybody? It's a moment where we appreciate the beautiful work that our hometown hero This is his face. I'm not just fondling myself. This is his face, our hometown hero. We appreciate his work with the Matthew Lillard moment. I would like to start out this show, the Stage 1 Gala Awards for Excellence in Community Compassion, by showing you all a Matthew Lillard moment. Is his wife here tonight? Oh, but not yet. I have one. Okay, let's get to our Matthew Lillard moment. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Before we get into the Matthew Lillard moment, everybody, I just wanted to say, as we say at Quality Scary, whose career is all gold, no filler. It's everyone's favorite, Matthew Lillard. And now for our Matthew Lillard moment. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy your evening.
Oh, yeah. I'm a lover. Look at my muscle. Metal.
Whose career's all hits, no filler, is everyone's favorite, Matthew Lillard.
That's me.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, give it up for Sarah and Quality Scary. My name's Tom Arthur. I am the founder of Stage 1 and the lead pastor at Sycamore Creek, and we are at the Stage 1 Annual Awards Gala and Banquet. We're here to platform some artists and community leaders who have partnered with us on this stage and in all kinds of things. And we have got a great show for you, a great awards ceremony tonight. Tonight's theme is Lights Up, and it's to celebrate Stage 1's second season. We just finished up our second season, and we are going into, in fact, we're already into our third season. There you go, yeah. I'm not quite as funny as Sarah, who is up here, but I appreciate the applause. Tonight's performances, we're going to see some videos that were made here or that were shown from on this stage. We're going to hear Sarah again back at the end of the whole thing. So if you're getting tired and you're like, Sarah's up here, you know it's almost done. We got some photos that we're going to share, and you've seen the paparazzi that are out there as well tonight. And Tania Watt of the Good Neighbor concert series is going to perform for us tonight. I want to start out, though, by showing you our previous poet laureate, Masaki Takahashi, performed a written piece that was commissioned by MSU about Lansing. And they filmed it right here on Stage 1. So watch and listen.
I can paint my city with my eyes shut. It's a coloring book without the lines. It's full of Spartan green black tops, full of kaleidoscope dreams made from workers who sing in the tune of their blue-collar constraints. They make monochromatic harmony in the hue of hope. My city, a flaming candle with a wick, longer than the nights I spent studying at Theo's. But let's be honest, I was never just studying. I was melting wax poetic on those vintage wooden tables, not knowing that after 41 years, this late-night diner would vanish and become an empty lot. And this here is a cata bus transit to memory lane, crossing the 127 line, searching for those transient moments, a dedication to those who paved the way. My city, soulful and so full of art. Before there was the Poetry Room, there was Madalena Tea House open mics, hosted by Aaron and Tim. Or Dagwood's open mic with Jen, a place where I had $3 olive burgers and the courage to sign up for the first time. There are places that aren't here anymore because we make change out of a silver dollar to make another apartment complex. But we still remember the shows with Aerosmith and ZZ Top, when the Temple Club hosted Wu-Tang and KRS-One, and I got to rock the mic with Neil Hilborn, packing out the loft, gone but never forgotten. We are a city that has an appetite by the truckload. Just ask Penny the Bridge. My city. a place where people like wrenches hold on tight to all that they got, but will also give you everything to build this community. We are creators and innovators. Just ask Larry Page and Google, Steve Huffman and Reddit. Ask Irvin how he became magic. Watch how the robin becomes the phoenix from Rio Town's ashes and birth the poetry room, where the host becomes city-appointed poet laureate, a first-generation immigrant who came to this country not knowing a lick of English. Now this city can't get enough of the taste of spoken word poetry. This is an ode to my city, a place of possibilities, creators, workers, artists. Thank you, Lansing, for welcoming a dreamer with open arms and open mics, helping me gather all my pieces and holding me whole, for asking me to give you my heart in return, giving me a place to call home.
Masaki and several other poets graced this stage over the last year, and I want to give you just a vision of the breadth of what has happened in this building. 4 theater companies did 11 productions over season 2, which included 119 rehearsals and 73 performances in this building. 19 musical groups did 14 different performances. 4 film photography groups did 24 showings or events. 5 dance companies did 8 dance events. 10 visual artists displayed in our gallery. 3 food events took place in here. 2 poetry groups with 20 different poets. And over 20 community groups used this building. And this is not to mention the hundreds of things that our church uses this building for on a regular basis, including 2 wonderful food businesses that are growing in our incubator kitchen that you are enjoying tonight at your tables. One of the things we want to introduce tonight, we're revealing something new, and we're calling it Friends of Stage 1. And this is an opportunity for you to partner with us in all of the things that we do here in this building. Most of the groups who use the space, they don't pay full market value. That's actually part of what makes this space so alive, is because these groups find an affordable space, an affordable stage that's beautiful that they can share their art on or they can organize. A typical production's fair market value, based on an estimate from an MSU group of consultants, a typical production's fair market cost is about $7,000. Now, there is no community theater, there is no community group that could pay that. But then there are the expenses to make this place happen. So tonight, I'm not going to ask you right now, but tonight I'm going to ask you, especially those of you who are here as guests. We didn't invite the artists here to celebrate them and then ask them for money. That's not what we're about tonight. But if you are a guest here tonight and you see what we're doing and you want to participate in it, we want to invite you to be a friend of Stage 1. I'm going to tell you more about that later. There are all kinds of partnerships that took place. One of them we decided the theme tonight was called Lights Up, because these amazing lights that are on the trusses, they were provided by a grant from the Michigan Arts and Culture Council that was matched by Peppermint Creek, which is one of our artist groups. Now that's something worth celebrating. Give it up for Peppermint Creek and for Michigan Arts and Culture Council. That grant also provided the funds to wrap this building with a mural by Dustin Hunt, legendary artist and mural artist here in Lansing. And we want to just give you a little taste of what that mural means to the community of people who use this building. So watch and listen. Before today, you had to walk inside these doors to know that this building was a home for the arts. Today, one look at the outside says it all. You are standing outside of Stage 1 at Sycamore Creek Eastwood. We hit different. We platform artists, we platform entrepreneurs. And 2 years ago, we launched this new campus as a church that would be an asset to the northeast side of Lansing.
Peppermint Creek has always believed that theater has the power to transform not just individuals, but communities. For us, Stage 1 at Sycamore Creek Eastwood isn't just a theater home. It's a place where stories come alive, where difficult conversations are sparked, and where people connect in ways that matter. This mural embodies the same spirit. We've long believed that Lansing deserves a welcoming, affordable, dynamic space for small arts organizations to gather and to create their work, one that is shared and carried by many arts organizations who can benefit from everyone being under one glorious red-peaked roof. This mural is just one step in what we hope will be a long, exuberant story of Stage 1 bringing together all types of artists.
I look at wall space, I look at architecture, and there's no way around what this building is. This building is a church, and it only reads as a church. And so I wanted to create something that was unique and special to the church, but when I learned about what was happening on the inside of the building, it just really impressed me. You know, there's an incubator kitchen, community theater, a space for creatives and entrepreneurs, there's after-school creative programming. There's so much happening inside the church where, to me, it sounded like, well, this is a community asset. This is more like a community center that happens to be inside of a church. So for the design, I just wanted to create something that celebrated and highlighted what's happening on the inside of the building, because I think it's very unique and special and valuable. And I think in the long term, it's going to be a community asset.
Said, Dustin, this is unlike anything you are doing. But then he told me the thought behind it, and he won over my mind, but it wasn't until I saw the mural that I had the emotional reaction to it, and it won over my heart. I hope it's doing the same for you today.
Dustin's work doesn't just decorate a wall. It invites us to see the world differently. It reflects the creativity, diversity, and resilience of Lansing. It's a daily reminder that art is not confined to a stage or a gallery, but can live and breathe in the very heart of our neighborhoods.
I am delighted to be the bishop of a conference where there is a church like Sycamore Creek. Vital and vibrant churches engage their communities in all kinds of ways, and to some it may seem like a rather unique combination, the arts and church. And yet I think a healthy spirituality and the arts share some common ground. Spirituality is healthiest, and the arts, when they're at their best, enliven our minds, enlarge our hearts, deepen our curiosity, and expand our imaginations. And I am grateful for the partnership that is happening here, which helps people do those things. And with this beautiful mural that catches our attention and causes us to pause and think and feel and imagine in new ways.
Sycamore Creek and Peppermint Creek have transformed this building into a place not only for worship, but for creativity and the sharing of creativity. The transformation of this building with the mural is amazing, bold, beautiful, certainly eye-catching, and a fantastic marketing tool.
I want to take a moment right now, and most of you probably in the room know Chad Swan Badgerow. He's back there. Chad and his family are personal friends of mine and my wife's, but what takes place here wouldn't be taking place if Chad hadn't trusted in what we were about, and if we hadn't trusted in what Peppermint Creek is about. And the mural, the stage, all of that, Chad, and all of those of you who support Peppermint Creek, I am forever grateful that you were willing to take a risk and do this with us. So join me again in thanking Chad tonight. All right, now to the part that you came for, and that is the awards. We're handing out 3 awards tonight. A Curious Award. These are our core values as a church: to be curious, to be creative, and be compassionate. And so we want to give an award to an artist or a group or a community leader who has engaged with us in some way this past year over season 2 in one of those ways. A Curious Award for helping expand our minds and be curious about people and ideas that we might want to dismiss or our culture might want to dismiss. A Creative Award for trying new things, for taking risks, for experimenting and then getting it done. And a Compassionate Award for helping us see and act in ways that are compassionate and that include everyone. All right, so the first award, this is the Curious Award, for helping us stay curious with our minds and helping us stay curious about people and ideas that we might otherwise dismiss. The nominations tonight, there are 3 nominations for this award, and I'm going to invite them to stand as I read their name. The first is Doak Bloss. Doak led a series of workshops here called Dialogue. Doak led a series of workshops here called Dialogue Across Political Differences. And so, Doak, you are nominated tonight for helping people think about, explore, and practice having political conversations across political differences. And this nomination came before the last couple weeks that we've been through as a culture and as a nation. And Doak, the gifts that you bring to our community in this regard are inestimable. You also, in these workshops, would role play as the person that each person would like to try to have a conversation with. You got in the mind of someone else so that they could learn how to dialogue with someone they weren't ready for. Thank you, Doak. Join me again in thanking Doak. Doak, you can go ahead and sit down. I can't actually see a thing, so I assume you were standing. I want to invite Cassidy, Poet Cassidy, to stand up. Cassidy participated in our 7 Last Words of Christ in Poetry event on Good Friday, and Cassidy helped us rethink what religion, faith, and spirituality could actually look like in an original poem that was performed at our Good Friday event. Join me in thanking Cassidy. And William Lawrence, invite you to stand. William has been on our stage several times, but most recently, besides being on our stage, he led a workshop titled Justice in Unjust Times. And William, you helped us rethink what justice might look like in these unjust times with a nuanced and complex typology that explores how the cycle of harm replicates itself in advocacy moments or movements. And William Lawrence also leads the Rent is Too Damn High movement, has been influential in starting the Lansing Tenants Union, and he is running for Senate right now. So join me in thanking God for William. I just got into my Sunday morning voice where I told you to thank God for William, so maybe that was Freudian, I don't know. All right. We tonight have the excitement, because this is our second one, is that we have invited the people who won the awards last year to come and be the person who announces the award winner. So I'm going to invite Madeline to come up. Madeline was the last year's Youth Award for her directing and producing 2 youth productions for Sanctuary Academy, and she's going to come on up. Come on up, Madeline. Oh, he beat me to it. There you go.
The winner of the Curious Award is Doak Bloss.
We got to get a picture here for all the paparazzi. Madeline, can we have the microphone there? Thank you. You can hold on to that. Doak, you came hopefully prepared with something to say, and a charity that we're going to donate $300 to in your name.
Want me to do it now?
Yes, yeah.
Well, first of all, let me just say, I guess this means that I bridge the political divide through dialogue. You're welcome. This group started a year ago, one session the evening before the election and one session right after the election. The second session was a pretty somber affair, as you can imagine. And then we continued it in the spring with 4 small groups where, as Tom said, I role-played people that people wanted to talk to. The biggest lesson that people got right away was they discovered they were trying to change the person they were talking to, and they got nowhere. The second insight was, oh, this is not about them, this is about me. This is about my ability to listen authentically to someone who thinks differently from me. Very difficult. The third insight was, for many people, I don't want to do this. I don't want to try to change people. I can't do the work of having empathy for someone who I feel so differently against. And I have to say, now, where we are right now, I don't know if dialogue can work. I know it's important. I know you can do it with some people, and there's some places for it. But the injustice that is going on right now, the breaking of the Constitution, of civil rights, of the incredible harm that is happening to people, Americans, in this world right now, I don't know what dialogue can do for that. Vote for William. Vote for William. That's the best thing I can say right now. Thank you. Oh, and I'd like to donate the $300 to Peppermint Creek Theatre Company.
All right. Join me again in giving it up for Doak Bloss. Now, Cassidy, you didn't win, but we did make a video of your poem while you were here, and I want people to hear it, so watch and listen.
Dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other, John 4:11. Then we who are still alive and are left will be caught up with them in the clouds, Thessalonians 4:17. Clouds. Isn't it odd that we find such misery in the presence of the clouds, belittle them for darkening our otherwise perfect world, and yet that is where we have the rest of our existence waiting for us? As a child, you draw a smiley face on the sun and a frown on the clouds, as if rain does not bring life, and the sun rays that poke through the clouds are not the stairs to heaven, as if that is not the closest we come to looking directly at the sun. How funny that we are so quick to deem something wrong. How peculiar that we are so quick to discount the reunion of the waters of the sea and the light of the stars. Isn't it odd that we so fear the ground our bodies will gently rot and sink into that we chase the sky, when there is so much fresh grass to hug our footsteps here? Isn't it odd we do the exact same thing to human beings? For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. Matthew 25:35. Has it occurred to you that Jesus is a refugee? For this reason, I bow my knees before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, Ephesians 3:14. Every family is named, every family is reunited, except for the ones that most closely resemble Christ. Because for some reason, those families are the ones we see fit to throw in cages, to separate by 20,000 miles in barbed wire because we are one nation under God and we saw ourselves fit to decide who that God really loves. The very belief in Christ is founded off of reunion, off of love and family forged, loving those that are different than us. Yet we ignore the last word that he said. You do not have to hold the cuffs. Silence is violence. When racism and ignorance slides from latent to blatant and the hopeless slippery slope is not mended just with thoughts and prayers. If you stand by while families are torn with no deadline to reunion, I just know that an all-loving and caring God must shake his head at you. When you hope for a reunion with him but scoff at the reunion of others no less deserving than you, I encourage you to remember the full phrase is not blood is thicker than water. The phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. There were no blood relatives sat around the final table of Christ. Because the Almighty knew that love does not have a last name. It is not just those who you were born loving that you should continue to love. Reuniting people is reuniting souls, is living through him. We are praising a God who flipped tables at injustice. So simply discussing inhumane treatment, simply promising thoughts and prayers, because I know that is not what he would have done. It is not enough. One day, I think the two of us will reunite, and I will show him my accomplishments as a child shows their father a test that they scored well on. And I will feel like I have done some kind of good in this world when he points to an answer and says that he got that one too.
Damn, Cassidy, you were up here preaching. You can come preach here any Sunday morning. Thank you for showing us. All right. All right, now we're on to our nominations for the Creative Award. And the Creative Award is for trying new things, experimenting, and getting it done. So our first nomination, and I'll invite you to stand, is Ellison Hall. Ellison worked on the lighting in Ixion's production of She Kills Monsters. Ellison, we bought like a brand new sports car and all of these lights, and you were the first person to get to take it out and run with it, and you did marvelously. You did absolutely marvelously. You used all of the bells and whistles to make that show come alive. Show us what this could be. So thank you for showing all the creative ways that these new lights could be used. That was Ellison Hall. I would be remiss if I didn't also say that Ellison's band, Monsoon Season, is playing tomorrow afternoon at our youth festival, Youth Talent Festival. So if you want to hear 90s grunge, then come back Sunday afternoon after church and hear Ellison with his buddies. The second nomination for the Creative Award is Chad Swan Badgerow. Chad, you've been nominated for doing the set for Mankind. This was the most disturbing set design to disgrace the Stage 1 stage. With a 20-foot backdrop of a blood-soaked baby girl Buddha, the set design of Peppermint Creek Theater's production of Mankind by Chad Swan Badgerow. That show was meant to disturb you, and we had to close the curtains on Sunday morning because, well, if you were here, you know why. Our third nomination, Tania Watt. Tania, will you stand, please? Tania is being nominated not for one thing, but an entire season, first season of the Good Neighbor concert series. Tania platformed women singer-songwriters from around the state and brought festival-class talent to Lansing so you don't have to travel all over the place, while also supporting local charities with every performance. Tania, you are nominated for the Creative Award for starting the Good Neighbor concert series. Our paparazzi here tonight are from the Lansing photo meetup, and our fourth nominee for the Creative Award is Mark Chamberlain. Mark couldn't be here tonight because he's a photographer doing an actual event, getting paid for it. But Mark worked with the Institute of Dancers, which is Glenn Campbell's dance group in Okemos, and they worked together to bring sexy back to Stage 1, or maybe getting it there in the first place. The Lansing Photo Meetup staged a photo shoot with Glenn Campbell's world-class Institute of Dancers at Stage 1, a local photographer and meetup organizer, Mark Chamberlain. Now, Mark is a photographer, and I asked him to put together a little video so that you could see what it looked like that night with some of the photos that these, in the Lansing Photo Meetup, it's amateurs all the way up to semi-professionals to, at times, professionals. So watch and see how Mark helped bring sexy back to Stage 1. To announce the winner of this, last year's winner, Natalie Anwar, is going to come and join us on stage.
Sorry. Take two. The winner of the Creative Award is Tania Watt.
There you go, Tanya. Look out here. I don't know where they're at. Oh, I see some over there taking pictures.
So first of all, I would like to gift the $300 gift certificate or donation. That's the word. Donation to the Women's Center of Greater Lansing. I always see them using their voice for good to stand up for people in the community that really need it, and just being strong in the face of a lot of craziness. So props to them for holding the line and being fearless. And thank you to Tom for being open to my idea for this series. When I came to him, I basically had this huge list of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I didn't know how it would land. I was like, okay, I think this is really going to be a good fit, but he could have said no. And luckily, he's just as crazy as I am, and he decided to let me run with it, didn't really put any restrictions on it, and just kind of let it be. And I'm so thankful for everything that it's become, and also thank you to my husband, Jonathan, who runs sound for the series. We would not be able to do it without him. He makes everyone sound fabulous. So thank you to him for letting me drag him along. By the way, I would be remiss if I didn't say, you still have time to purchase tickets for our first event of season 2, which is coming up on October 14th. We've got an incredible lineup for season 2, so I hope to see some of you there. But thank you again to Tom and to Stage 1 just for being here and for making all of this amazing art possible.
Now you're going to stay up here because Tania not only organizes, so there's people who are artists and there are people who work with artists, and I'm more of somebody who works with artists. Tania, in your role of putting together the Good Neighbor Concert Series, you work with artists, but Tania is also a musician herself. And so before she knew she was winning this award tonight, we asked her if she would sing a song for us tonight as well. So I think Jonathan is going to come up as well. And maybe Jonathan and you can go back and get set up, get your stuff out here. You can just set that right there for right now. So I want to again highlight, say more about what Tania just said. This season, first season, and this of course is the way that things work when you're starting something, is you're kind of laying down the track as you go along. But Tania has come out of the gate strong this season. She has the entire season already mapped out. And she is bringing an amazing range of talent right here to Lansing, to this stage. And so a lot of these musicians or artists, they end up playing in places where they are not like the primary thing. Like they are competing with attention of food or whatever's going on at an event. But this is something to give these artists this stage and our full attention. And so if you like good music, if you like that singer-songwriter vibe, then make sure you check out the entire season, mark the times that you can attend, and, well, you're going to hear stuff like this.
So this is an original song called Sleepyhead, and it's about seizing the day and not sleeping your life away. And basically, it's just about living your best life and not sleepwalking through it, as it's very easy to do. Wake up, my dear, it's time to start the day. Open your eyes, don't fall asleep again. I know that you're tired, you stayed up with the moonlight, burning your candle, both ends again. Wake up, my dear, don't roll around in bed, stretch out your skin. It's almost 3 p.m. There's so much to gain from seizing the day, but you'll never know if you sleep it away. It's time to rise and shine, love. It's time to rise and shine, 'cause nothing
can give back a wasted day. Once it's gone, goodbye. So wake up, my dear, now and pick up the pace. It's time to leave your crumpled pillowcase. Emerge from your sheets and pull up the shades and dance in the light that the sun has made. It's time to rise and shine in love. It's time to rise and shine. 'Cause nothing can give back your wasted time. Once it's passed you by. So get an early start now. Don't waste a minute more. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. So what are you waiting for? La da 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 da. So wake up, my dear, now with all that you are. Your life's in your hands, so go and live it out. No reason to fear, no reason to doubt. No time like the present to make it count. It's time to rise and shine in love. It's time to rise and shine. 'Cause nothing can give back a wasted life. Got to spend it wisely now. No, nothing can give back a wasted life. Got to spend it wisely now. So wake up, my dear, it's time to start the day. You've been burning your candle both ends again. Thank you.
Next year, we're going to have a Best Dressed Musicians category, and Jonathan and Tania are probably going to win that one too for gracing the stage. Our next award is for the Compassionate Award, those who helped us see and act in ways that are compassionate to and that include everyone. And so we have 3 nominations this year. The Capital City Film Festival for bringing the show, the documentary, The Palestine Exception, to this show or to this stage. The Capital City Film Festival showed 14 films at Stage 1. We were one of their venues, but one really stood out, showing us the conflict on college campuses with free speech and world events where more compassion than ever is needed. So for bringing the Palestine Exception, the Capital City Film Festival is nominated. The second nomination is Heather Lewis in Peppermint Creek Theater's On the Exhale. Heather Lewis carried an entire play by herself. She reminded us that we're all human, even those who have been the victims of horrendous violence, in need of self-compassion as much as compassion for those who harmed us. So for the one-woman play by Peppermint Creek Theater, Heather Lewis, On the Exhale. And the third is Positive Somebody and Jenny Metzmaker for her mental health kits that we helped put together with her. for keeping the compassionate needs of foster kids and their mental health before us, all with a big vision of putting together 10,000. We put together thousands of those mental health kits, a total that you're aiming for 10,000, and for allowing us to assemble a couple thousand of those here at Stage 1. We nominate Jenny Lee Metzmaker and the founder of Positive Somebody. Now, Jenny came to me just like a couple weeks ago and said, I have this vision for doing a men's mental health event here at Stage 1. Are you interested in partnering? And within a matter of weeks, she's got 3 stand-up comedians who are going to be performing on the stage about men's mental health. She's pulling together a panel discussion. She's pulling together vendors who offer men's mental health resources. And the event is called Man Up 2.0. It's time to redefine what it means to man up. So I hope that you will watch for that event. Last year's winner of the Compassionate or Justice Award was Lois Polano, but Lois was unable to be here tonight, so she invited some other representatives from the Citizens for Prison Reform to be here. So I want to invite Sarah to come up to announce the winner of this year's Compassion Award. Sarah, come on up.
The winner of the Compassionate Award is Heather Lewis.
Thank you for the moment for the shoes. They were gifted to me.
That's such a Midwestern thing to say. Look over here, get the paparazzi shot. We got some over here as well. All right, the stage is yours.
Thank you. What an honor to get an award for compassion. Compassion, to be concerned with another's suffering and to hope to ameliorate that suffering. And tonight I'm filled with hope being in this beautiful space with these beautiful artists celebrating the arts. Thank you from my heart for this award. I aspire to show up with compassion in every context of my life. When I read this script, how many of you saw it? Did you see the show? When I read the script, I had such an aching, raw compassion for this woman who experienced this gun violence. And just in the last month in our nation, even in our state, look what has happened. And I hope and I pray that we can all hold compassion for everyone on both sides of the weapon. I know everyone doesn't feel that way. But I hope after tonight, when we go home and we think about the suffering of others and hoping to ameliorate that suffering, I hope we can all be a part of that together as humans, as souls on this earth, as artists. Thank you to my beautiful daughter who is here with me tonight. And lastly, I hope we can all have compassion for ourselves. Bless you all. I love you.
We don't want to pass up the opportunity as well. If you have not seen the documentary, The Palestine Exception, it is available online, and we want to whet your appetite to go watch that. So here is the trailer for The Palestine Exception.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Never again for anyone. Never again is now. Never again for anyone. Never again is now.
All of us have had to think about what it means to do actions that are being called anti-Semitic. You know, some of us had our faces on the side of a truck that said that we were CUNY's leading anti-Semites because we had signed a letter in support of Palestinian life.
Many of the principles that we thought were more or less stable in academic communities, academic freedom, freedom to assemble, have become quite frail.
Earliest memory is like as a kid going to play with other kids. We had just moved to a new house and another kid said, go home and use the N-word. That experience of like, kind of like small town US racism really kind of stuck with me. And it really kind of emboldened owning my Palestinian identity.
I think that there's a really strong understanding that there's not an option to do nothing when faced with catastrophe. And mass civil disobedience actions and really speaking out, breaking the apparent institutional consensus among Jews nationally that somehow we all support bombing children as a way to peace.
Does the largest open-air prison in the world, the longest lasting one, does that look like democracy?
No! From UCLA to Columbia, from CUNY to Portland State University, they built their own version of what we believe our education and our lives should look like.
The knowledge is out there. The genie is not going back in the bottle. In fact, the bottle is broken. And now the only question is, can they be pummeled into silence?
Thank you, Capital City Film Festival, for bringing the director here for that as well and showing that here at Stage 1. We want to whet your appetite for what's coming up this season, so I want to invite the representatives of the different groups. Peppermint Creek, Ixion, maybe Janelle is here to share what's coming up next, or if there's another Ixion representative. The good news, Tania, come on back up. And Quality Scary, I don't know whether that's Dan or Sarah that's going to come up, but we want to just give you a minute to let people see what's coming up here next on this stage. Come on up here. Come on, don't be shy. All right, we're going to start with Chad because that's just how they go in the slides, all right? Oh, and look at this outfit that Chad is wearing.
Hello, my name is Chad Swan-Badger. I'm the artistic director at Peppermint Creek Theatre Company. So honored to be in this building and with all of you tonight. We just closed our first show of our season. This is our 22nd season as a nonprofit in Lansing. The socks, these are socks. With Ride the Cyclone, and you're going to see a performance of that tonight, which was so great. And then coming up in November is our production of The Best We Could, a family tragedy, which is about a family trip between a father and daughter going cross-country. In January, I'll be directing the production of Fatherland, which is about the young man who testified against his father as part of the January 6 riots, and the script is taken directly from court filings. In March, Janelle is going to be directing our production of Fairview, which is about white supremacy and family dynamics. She can probably say it better than me. And then our final show in May will be a production called Eureka Day, which is about whether vaccines are okay. So, just like some small topics. So please, just little things. Our season brochure is out in the lobby, and we'd love to see you this season.
Okay. Is it excellent?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me find my lights. Yes, so I am super excited to be a part of Song for Coretta. And it is with Ixion Theater Ensemble. It is directed by Kamara Drain Miller. I love her so much. She was in Pipeline, also with Ixion. Anyway, it is all Black women cast, and it is 5 dynamic Black women, and it is set at the funeral of Coretta Scott King. And it also takes place on the campus of my alma mater, the Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. Anyway, please come out. Thank you. Please come out and see this show. We have been working tirelessly to bring you excellent theater. We did cut our first season, or our first weekend, but that means that you have a better opportunity to pack the house out. So there's a little bit a little bit of, spit it out, Janelle. I framed it in one of my Facebook posts. I probably need to reference that, but thank you for putting me on the spot, Mr. Arthur. I didn't know I'd be up here talking about this. But what's going on overseas, it touches on that. How we are in favor of, or maybe not in favor of, seeing young women pregnant and, the Cardi B, stuff. I don't know if you keep up with the gossip and the tea girl, but there's a little bit of that in here as well. It's not a very long show, so come out and give these fantastic artists and actresses your undivided attention and your applause. And Exion is excited to have you support the rest of their season. Thanks.
So once again, I said our first show of the season is coming up fairly soon on Tuesday, October 14th, and they all are on Tuesdays this season. And so our first one is going to be benefiting the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and the Sunday right after the show is also when that walk is. So it's a perfect opportunity for you to come, sign up for that, or get more information on that, and then somebody from the Alzheimer's Association will be present to talk with you. And then our artist, Emily Rose, a fantastic songwriter from Detroit, and then Songbird Philomena, who is actually a Lansing local, different but wonderful in their own way. And then, we've got 8 total shows this season. So the one after this one, so there's one show a month. So the November one, we've got the only non-Michigan band coming through. So that's the Rough and Tumble. They're amazing, and I'm so excited that they said yes to being part of the series. Their recent album will give you kind of a sense of what they're about. They just really want to bring everybody together, but I saw them perform back in June, but their album titled Hymns for My Atheist Sister and Her Friends to Sing Along To. It's fabulous, because whether you're religious or not, there's something there for you. It's very, very heartening, and will make you just feel things that you need to feel. And then prior to that show, there's also a free ukulele lesson led by Ben Hassinger. He is like the ukulele ambassador of Michigan. So you don't have to bring your own uke, you just come. He's got several loaners that you can just come and learn on. It's a fun instrument, and it's a good way just to kind of, even if you're not typically musical, it's a good kind of like gateway instrument. Just come have fun. And then our December show is benefiting Haven House. And then we've got an amazing ukulele songwriter, Kendall Casella, who I am bringing out of hiding. She's amazing. She's younger than me, but I've always joked I want to be her when I grow up. And then also an amazing local band called the Springtails, who have just amazing kind of retro sound. And then check the Stage 1 page for the rest of the lineup. I won't list every single one, but a few of them have fantastic things going on prior to the concert. I'll be playing the one in February, which is a Songwriters in the Round, and we'll also be hosting a creative mixer for musicians to network with the Michigan Music Alliance. So if you are a musician or know them and want to get connected with different professional development resources, then that event may be for you. And in April, we are hosting a Thai dinner, which I am leading the menu on, in collaboration with The Healing Feast, which is another awesome series that you should check out. So again, thank you for everything, and I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everybody. My name is Sarah Jean Anderson. I'm the host of Quality Scary, the show that's weirdly obsessed with Matthew Lillard. And probably the most unserious show represented here at Stage One. But I'm so honored to be a part of like this gorgeous series. So thank you everybody for letting me be up here talking. Quality Scary is a community that we've built mostly of horror fans and weirdos, lots of artists, lots of crafters, and we just get together and we have a lot of fun while watching a movie we've probably seen 1,000 times. We like to say you can't possibly be scared at Quality Scary. We're showing horror films that aren't exactly the most terrifying, but once we get them on stage, get them on screen, and everybody is heckling, everybody's making jokes, we're all talking about the film, nothing feels scary. It just feels really fun and like a really great community evening. We do this every month. This is our 3rd year. I think it's our second. Upcoming will be our 2nd year here at Stage One. This is our favorite venue that we've ever been, by the way. So thank you, Tom. Give it up for Tom. Because our show, it's not for everybody. It's very strange. It's true, obsessed with Matthew Lillard. By the way, he's not aware of it, but I think his agents or bodyguards are. So that's something. But we do this every month. Every month is a new theme. We do things like craft night, where we leave the lights on and we can all craft during the film. We do things such as pop-up video, where we have lots of really helpful facts about the film popping up throughout it. We like to just have a really fun, silly night, and you can join us for that. It is absolutely free. Every single show is free because I'm so sorry, I just screamed into the microphone. It's free! It's free! But we have a Patreon, and it's completely like community supported, and we just can't wait to see what's going to happen in our future. We have some fun stuff coming up. Our show this month is Freddy versus Jason. It's going to have a wrestling theme, so if you're that kind of person, come on down to Quality Scary. We have November is audience choice. We're going to have a poll. You can pick the movie, and in December it's going to be a mystery because we don't know. We didn't plan it yet. So please check us out, Quality Scary. We are every month here. Our next one is October 25th, and that is Freddy versus Jason. Again, that is Freddy versus Jason. Thank you.
Come stand in the middle here, everybody. Stand next to each other. Just stand in the middle. Let's get a picture with all these people. Shoulder to shoulder. Come on. Shoulder to shoulder. Get in there. Okay. Oops, hey. All right, join me in thanking all of these people. Give it up for them. All right, James, I need you to come up and help me get rid of this at this point. So, as Chad just said, they opened their season, Peppermint Creek, always with a big musical. This one was bigger than it has ever been. They built a bigger stage. They built a turntable. This guy is a first-time director. This is what they do to first-time directors, is they make him get the carpet up. But his whole cast is here tonight to perform for you one of the amazing songs in that show. And I believe it starts with the amazing Karnak. Karnak.
James.
Jane Doe, the one unidentified body from the cyclone roller coaster disaster. Everyone knew everyone in Uranium, but no one could recall this particular member of the choir. Some say she joined at the last minute. However, the choir director, Father Marcus, died of a heart attack 7 hours after the accident, so there was no one left to verify. Some say she was never part of the choir at all. I never read her fortune, so sadly, I cannot tell you. All one knows for certain is that a body was found in a St. Cassian uniform without a head. And so, a mystery
Does no one care? Jane, go!
That deserves another round of applause. Someday you're going to say you knew her when. You knew her when. She's a high schooler. She's a high schooler. That is amazing. Thank you. Now you know what you miss if you don't show up here for any one of these plays. We're going to invite Sarah back up in just a moment to do a final kind of closing sketch to send you out with a little bit of laughter. But before they do that, before she does that, I want to bring you back to this idea of Friends of Stage One. Now again, we didn't bring artists in the room to try to ask them for money, but we did invite the rest of you in the room to consider whether what you've seen happen tonight is something that you would like to support financially. So we want to invite you to consider becoming a friend of Stage One. And there are several levels that you might consider. A musical level of $2,000, a play level of $1,000, a film level of $500, a musician level of $200, a painting level of $50, or maybe you just want to give $5. These are one-time gifts. Or you just want to stay in the know of what's happening here at Stage One. We're creating a kind of, a newsletter, a communication list. And so what we're going to do, actually, could you go back to the slide, the loop slide? We're going to let the announcement slides just run for a moment so that you can click on any one of those QR codes is going to get you to a link tree or to Stage One's website, where you can then click through to become a friend of Stage One. And we're just going to let you sit there for a minute. Now, if you brought cash tonight, you want to do that, you can just dump it in one of those blue buckets, and there's some envelopes in there as well. Would you consider becoming a friend of Stage One? Just to send us off with a rolling tummy and our laugh, a big rolling laughter. Join me again in welcoming Sarah from Quality Scary back to the stage.
Hello. It's me, Rita Shovin' again. Yes, I worked at the Shell station by your house, but I'm also here to tell you even more about Quality Scary. One time, Quality Scary actually hired me back in 1990. Pause for laughter. They actually hired me to be a part of a classic horror film called The Blair Witch Project. Little did I know it would be such an adventure that I would never ever forget. I really wanted to bring a clip from this movie, which we showed at Quality Scary here at Stage One. I wanted to bring a clip so you can get a taste of what we do at Quality Scary. This film, unfortunately, did not star Matthew Lillard, but A Gal Can Dream. It did, however, Star me, Rita Ambrosia Shove-It-In-It's, one-time resident of Lansing, Michigan. Although I didn't grow up around here, maybe you can tell from my accent. Anyways, please put your hands together for a very special presentation of the not the whole film, obviously, that would be insane of us to do. But just a clip of a little taste, of a little idea, of a little taste of what you can get at Quality Scary. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for having me hosting this. I cannot believe you let me host this, Tom. I can't believe it. But thank you, everybody, and Quality Scary.
Oh, you look a little blurry there. Let me zoom out on you. Okay. Good morning.
Got it?
Okay, I got you.
This is my home,
Okay. Wow.
which I am leaving the comforts of for the weekend to explore the Blair Witch.
I am so pumped to be coming along on this witch hunt. I've heard a lot about witch hunts over the years, and now I finally get to be a part of one, and I am just exploding on the inside.
I'm real excited about this. Thank you for
I'm
the
very
opportunity.
glad. Well, thank you for getting the equipment together.
Well, since we didn't get a van, I'm just stashing myself in the trunk back here. It's a little cozy. Kinda smells. There's some French fries down there I think I'm gonna eat.
So what's up? Are you happy with the way the documentary's going?
Yes, I am.
Yeah?
Wait, we're making a movie? Oh, you guys. This does not seem like it's gonna be a good movie.
Sorry! You are a fucking asshole!
Oh man, they should call this the People Arguing in the Woods Project. I'm gonna go make my own friends. Even stick figure friends made out of figures of sticks would be better than all these chumps. I'm out of here.
What the fuck were you thinking?
So this is Carlisle. He's very fancy, as you can see from his outfit. He actually owns a Toyota. He just paid that off, so he's sitting pretty. And this is Percy. Percy's a little different. Percy's very shy, but he's very good at puzzles. Oh, we're getting in a fight. But then we make up, because that's what real friends do. They don't just stand around arguing about who is right. Oh, Carlisle, you stole my puzzle, but I still like you. Oh, Percy, you know, I don't care for you too much, but we don't have to fight about it. You know, just, these are real friends.
I have no idea.
And this is no redneck. No redneck is this creative.
Hey, watch it. Heather. Heather, pull the phone away from your face. Jesus Christ, you're like my grandma. And she's dead. Any crap. Me and Josh are gonna head over to that house over there. I gotta take a whiz.
I'm sorry,
but don't worry, we'll shout really loud when we're in there so you can hear us.
I was very naive.
Heather, pull the phone away from your face. Jesus Christ.
I am so sorry.
It was more of a camping trip than a witch hunt, really. Had me feeling like a fourth wheel, just kind of along for the ride, but I had fun. Good times. Very inexpensive. What's not to love? I would do it again.
Hey, if you were nominated tonight, go ahead and stand up one more time. Big round of applause for all of these artists, or people who work with artists, community leaders. I end every Sunday morning by saying this: be curious, be creative, and be compassionate, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.